Today I would like to share something with you which is about emotional and behaviors disorder. This is by me, Nefi Vasquez. I will share definition about this topic, which is the special education realm. Conditions which generate behavioral issues fall under the category emotional disturbance. Several disorders receive this classification. There are some characteristics about that. There are five. Yes, there are five. I will say by letters. First, letter A, an ability to learn that cannot be explained by intellectual, sensory, or health factors. Letter B, an inability to build or maintain satisfactory interpersonal relationship with peers and teacher. Letter C, inappropriate types of behavior or feelings under normal circumstances. And letter D, a general pervasive mood or unhappiness of depression. And letter E, a tendency to develop physical symptoms or fears associated with personal or school problems. The term includes schizophrenia. The term doesn't apply to children who are socially maladjusted unless it is determined that they have an emotional disturbance. So this is really important to know that there are some characteristics about this problem that we will have to deal with our students. I will say letter C and D are more regular because sometimes we don't know why they are acting with a bad behavior, because they will just feel, or they will be with a mood of unhappiness, and for sure they will show depression. They will show that they don't want to be at class, or they will show that they don't feel comfortable in our class, or they are not learning anything when we asked them something. So this is super important to know this, because this will happen. This will happen when we are in a class, okay? Because happened to me before. I had a student last time that when we started the class, he just started having a bad behavior, start throwing papers, start annoying their classmates, and well, that was really bad. So I tried to talk with his parents. They helped them, but it was kind of like the same thing. So I have to talk to him, to know him first, and then I noticed that what is the reason, right? He didn't like my my course, I will say, but I tried to express or teach him what is the reason that he has to take it, and this helped him. Okay. I like to share this. When we feel overwhelmed about that, a simple way to understand emotional disturbance is to remember that when it comes to special education, the term emotional disturbance is associated with mental health or several behavior issues. So there are two things, right? There are mental and health issues that that we will have to handle that. For the reason I shared the last experience before, because we will have to know them first, and then we will know the reason why they are acting like that. Then we have 6 types of emotional disturbance. First, anxiety disorder. Second, bipolar disorder. Third, conduct disorder, eating disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, and psychotic disorders. This is really important to know, because there are 6 types of disorder, as you know. Sometimes we just know that it's about behaviors, but it's not. We have 6 of them, and we have to handle them I like meditation about eating disorders. Honestly, here in Guatemala, doesn't happen too much. Um, but I guess in other countries happen that they eat a lot and don't stop eating, I guess. I have to search more about that, but where I live, something that I see that I have to work with my students is about conduct disorders and bipolar disorder. This is really um, this happen kind of like every single day. Bipolar people, for one day they are happy, another day they don't want to take the class. Other day they are annoying people. Other time they are being participate. So there are a lot of kind of mood about this emotional disturbance. But this is something that happened, right? So we will have to help them to overcome this. There are some challenges about it. Um, so it said, given the behavioral issues related to the disability category at hand, educating students diagnosed with emotional disturbance can prove challenging. The challenge often stems from potential classroom disruptions. For instance, imagine that trouble created when a student begins crying uncontrollably or starts throwing a wild-tempered tantrum. So this is true, right? Um, when a student is crying and we're able to stop them, and it's like, hey, what happened? Every we will try to tell him, right? What happened? Can we do something for you? Or I mean, everything has a solution. We will try to help them with phrases, I would say, and try to give them a hug, maybe. But they will not stop. This is real. This not happened to me before, but I heard some examples or some circumstance about it, and we have to be ready about it because we have to know how to handle this situation, because some students are like really they are different. I mean, everyone it's a different person. Some of them will stay calm when we'll tell them, hey, still calm, don't worry. But other students will cry more, and this is a big issue. So there are some challenges to be a to be a teacher, right? There are some tips that I would like to share with you for teacher and parents. So the first one is avoiding this disruptive behavior may entail behavior modification. Behavior modification can involve strategies such as positive reinforcements and incentives to help students learn behaviors that are less disruptive and more socially acceptable. This is really interesting. When we have incentives for students, they like to have a good behavior, or they do something right. For example, the first one that finish to do this assignment will have a chocolate, I would say. They will try to do as much as they can so they can finish first, right? This is just an example about an assignment, but we can have incentives when if they have a good behavior, or if they have bad behavior, they will not win the prizes or the gifts, right? One final tip is likely to benefit both parents and teacher. Collaborate with other professionals who work with your child or student, psychotherapist, behavioral therapist, etc., to determine specific ways to effectively educate the individual. This is completely right. Sometimes we have to have meetings with parents and tell them what is happening with their children so they are aware, because sometimes students are different at house and different at school, right? They have to know that. And sometimes some students are working with psychotherapist or therapist, and we have to work with them as well. So, because our main goal is that our students grow, our students learn. So everything makes sense. Everything it's related. Okay. I hope these tips for teacher and parents help them, guys. This is Nefi Vasquez one more time, and thank you very much for paying attention to me.